The facts matter.
Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is November 17th, 2020, and happy Tuesday to everyone. I wanted to give everyone the opportunity to listen to a so-called debate that took place a couple of days ago on the Swindle Hoodwink channel. For those of you that are not familiar with Swindle Hoodwink's channel, he does a great deal of history and debunking of the Moors. I encourage you to take a look at his channel and subscribe if you think that it's useful and entertaining. It will be in the description of this video. Liz D., who happens to be a subscriber to the Virgo Triad channel and has been for several years now, happened to decide to hop onto this stream and debate this particular Moor, in which she proceeded to mop the floor with. Unfortunately, the revisionist history that's taught to these Moors doesn't stand up to the test of time. Matter of fact, it really doesn't stand up to the test of much of anything. Although they dig in and believe it does, and even when they're proven wrong, continue to move forward as if they never heard facts in their life. I often will make jokes with the claim that I think they're allergic to facts, but the truth is, I do think they just have ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. Anyone who is not with what they're saying, no matter how ridiculous it might be, or how cherry-picked, or what kind of fallacy it is, they just decide that nobody ever said that. That never happened, and those facts don't exist. It's unfortunate because it's how they find themselves behind bars most of the time, and what's even sadder is that they find their followers behind bars a good percentage of the time. I can't even count on both hands how many Moors have gone to jail behind Pauline, Ritchie, or Light Tajiri Bey, or otherwise known as the Moorish American Consulates Group. Taj Tariq Bey has hundreds, if not thousands, maybe even more than that have gone to jail behind his wackadoodle nonsense. But I digress. I'm going to let you listen to the debate and decide for yourself what you think. I hope you enjoy.
How does it feel to know you spend all your time obsessed with people who are just telling lies?
State your name and nationality for the record.
State your license plate number for the record.
Sure. It's still Cracker 777.
Yeah, it's. I'm almost out of the free conference call.
Are you going to come lean up?
It's just
Sure.
there's something wrong with the free conference call. It freezes up big time.
Come lean us, brother. I've been waiting for my lean for years.
Well, when you do something for someone to lean you, then they can do that. Come into the
Well,
light.
I'm on your land.
Come into the light.
Hey, Moose,
I'm on your land.
Moose, can I ask you a question? If you're the government, you have all the authority. Why aren't you doing anything with it?
Well, here's the thing: you can only do dirt for so long before it comes back.
That's not an answer to the
gives
question.
a shit whether you.
I'm still waiting for my lean from Pauline.
Why aren't you doing anything with the authority?
Sharon can't talk because she's in jail. What's that?
You're right. Sharon is in jail.
Okay, just call here.
So if she's a prisoner of war, how about
finally
this?
Out of that issue, so
you
it's.
got someone on the line that you can actually talk.
So we got a few people in here. So who is
right here,
El Camino Bay? State your name and nationality for the record.
I don't have to state my name and nationality for the record.
As they all say.
No, we all
if you have
say.
The authority, why aren't you breaking her out? Get Sharon out of jail. Why are you letting her rot in there?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
I know
been
the
in there
district
well
attorney
over
who's
a
over
year.
her case, Michael, is Michael and a female. At the end of the day, you don't have to break no one out of jail.
Okay.
It's been more than a day. It's been over a year.
You get a court
yeah,
case.
yeah, that's what I said. It's been well over.
She's been rotting in jail over a year. Her family's been destroyed, and you think
Well,
Pauline cares more about you than about her?
Well, I tell you
I can't hear this guy talking.
At the end of the day, after she gets out,
it's been many
she's
days.
Set for life.
Many days have ended, and she's still there. And her husband
have
got
you
convicted
done to
already.
get
Her
her out,
husband's doing 5 to 10. Why would I want to get her out? She's a criminal.
Why wouldn't you want to get her out? She's a woman.
So, she's a criminal.
Okay.
She's a squatter.
Notice this guy has no answer. He has no answer at all. He knows
You're
crap. He can't admit it.
Squatter.
Why haven't
What's
you gotten
that?
up? Why aren't you using your power? You have this power. Why aren't you using it? Because you can't.
When the power is turned up, a lot of heads
It's
will
turned
roll.
up.
And y'all gonna be saying the same thing. Other people gonna be saying the same thing.
When is the
You
power
guys
going
have
to
been
be
saying
turned
the
up?
same thing for literally years, and you haven't done anything because you can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Pauline said there was a big shift about 3 weeks ago. Wasn't that when the power was turned up?
Pauline said 2 years ago she was taking over Bill Gates' house. She hasn't.
Yeah.
Back in the beginning of 2019, almost 2 years ago now, when there was that partial government shutdown.
Okay, being that
Sharon and
y'all on
Pauline,
y'all
no,
live,
shut up and listen. Sharon and Pauline and everyone said that when the government opened back up, the Moops would be in charge. And the government opened back up, and the Moops were not in charge.
Well, here's the thing. You're talking a good game on that.
I can't hear this person talking.
No, you're the one who talk. You are all
you
talk.
guys are anti-nationality, period. Obviously, whatever your nationality is, you're not proud of it. Had you been proud of it?
All our nationalities are American, buddy.
Well, American, let's go ahead and look at the...
Are you copper colored?
Yeah. And are you
I am
naturalized or
sensitive
nationalized?
European colonist as defined as an American in the same dictionary you cite. You always leave out that part of the definition.
It does not mean the European race.
It says that in the dictionary. You know what it doesn't say? It doesn't say black people. That's you. That's you. It says you're not American.
Are you
Thankfully, we don't use that
naturalized or
dictionary
naturalized?
anymore. I don't have to be naturalized.
Hey, Swindle, keep this open. There's a good debate going on.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't hear that person talking.
Okay, yeah, it's a good debate. Just leave it up.
What'd you say?
Are you nationalized or naturalized?
I'm born a national. If you're born in America, you're an American national. That's how it works.
No, that's not how it works, buddy.
The Constitution says that.
Bullshit.
Try again.
No, I won. Why would I need to try again? I already won. Constitution, 14th Amendment. If you're born here, you're a citizen. You're
If you
American,
are
you're
you're born in Morocco. The United States does business at Morocco.
Sweetie, Morocco is across
Look it
an
up.
ocean. Morocco
Look
is
it up.
across an ocean. Do you know what an ocean is?
No, that's
It's
what
a
y'all
big thing of water.
That's what y'all fucks wanted everybody to think. Try again.
That's what history of the world shows us.
Try again. It doesn't say that.
Why? Try again after I got the right answer? That's silly. Why would I do that?
That's not the right answer.
That is absolutely the right answer. Morocco is in northwest Africa. Across an
No,
ocean.
Morocco that you're referring to is in Barbara. How the fuck the Morocco that you're referring to is up in Barbara, which is not the Morocco over here. Try again.
There's only one
Go back
Morocco,
and do
sweetie.
your homework.
There's only one Morocco, sweetie, and it's in
Go
Africa.
back and do your homework.
I
Look
did
at
already. That's how I know.
Northwest Morocco.
Northwest Morocco is in northwest Africa, across
You got some more learning to do. Go do your homework and come back.
I already did my homework.
You black people live in a fucking fantasy
I
land.
have geography,
While I'm
unlike
on the
you.
phone
That's
with you,
why I
I'ma
know
help you out,
there's
okay?
America, and then there's an ocean, and then there's Morocco.
While I'm on the phone with you, you can Google it.
You black people live in a fucking fantasy world.
Morocco is in Africa. It's a
Google
different
it.
I already did.
Many people have Googled it, and they
Okay,
all see
so
that
if you're
Morocco.
Googling it and you're looking at it, the
Yeah.
Morocco that you're referring to was established in 1954.
Wrong.
Do your fucking homework.
The modern state, but
Morocco is
yeah, but
Africa.
Morocco has always been that northwestern region.
Hold up. The
Okay, so
Morocco
being
in
that you want
Africa.
this to
No,
lie,
you
you wanna
shut
tell-
up and listen, Moop. The Morocco
so
in
here's what
Africa
you're gonna do.
was established in
So here's what the
788.
fuck you're gonna
In
do.
1912, it became a protectorate, and then in 1956, it regained its independence under the same dynasty that signed the treaty with the United States. That is history.
that's what
History is
that's what
against
were
you.
taught.
Too bad.
That's what you were taught, and you
I was taught-
indoctrinated.
Okay.
No, that's what I learned. Facts.
Okay, so you're saying that the current narrative is incorrect. How do you substantiate that your version of how history has brought is correct?
Truth needs no apology.
Okay, so you're not even going to substantiate. You're not even going to substantiate your own truth.
You look at the locale
I
of
did.
the current day, what you would consider as Morocco.
I
Okay.
gotta get onto
And you
something
look at
else so I
Bob.
can listen to this.
It's ancient Morocco as well.
So the time, dates, and the places is fucked up.
No, they're not.
Okay.
How?
You're
I
just
mean,
the
saying
gig
things.
is up.
established
yeah,
history that has it that the
his
Moorish
story,
Empire,
yes.
Moorish
Definitely
in
his
Morocco. You keep calling it a story, but you're the
And
one who is
Alice in Wonderland is a story too.
you're the one who's trying to bring in a contradictory claim. You have to substantiate that, and you haven't.
Well, I'm
you
going
haven't
to
done so.
substantiate that right now.
Go ahead.
Right
Go
now.
ahead. Do it.
Now, what you guys are doing is jumping on a woman who may know the history, but not bringing it to the forefront. I'll bring it to the forefront. Well, no, I'm gonna address the Barbary thing and the Morocco thing. I'm gonna address it all.
Do it.
Now, the Masonic lodges, all of them, all of the modern day states that they conquered, they renamed over here.
Masonic lodges don't conquer anyone.
Okay, you look on their fezzes.
Who cares about
look on their fezzes? So this little switcheroo that they figured nobody would figure out is they switch the time, dates, and the places of these places and confuse the people.
So, so you're appealing to conspiracy now.
No, fuck conspiracy.
Here's your evidence. You're supposed to substantiate
fuck
it.
Conspiracy.
I mean, you're suggesting that this society of the Masons have rewritten history in a way that's not currently taught.
Listen here.
Correct?
Obviously, you guys would be trying so fucking hard to do what you do if it wasn't a threat.
It's just having fun.
Well, here's the thing, dude. My issue is you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe about the history of America. My issue relies on selling false legal advice to people and getting themselves in trouble because based on that revisionist history.
No advice to people or whatever, and getting
I'm glad to hear that.
Either. I don't agree with that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Trouble.
Thank you.
Pauline destroyed Sharon Gale's family.
No, you know what destroyed Sharon Gale?
Sharon Gale, ultimately.
Sharon Gale destroyed herself.
Pauline.
If she destroyed herself and she knew, it's like a baby. You put a baby in a doggone. If a baby puts itself in the ant nest, the ants are not going to say, "Oh, it's a baby. I'm not going to bite."
So Sharon,
all they know is that you.
Are you suggesting that she had no independent recourse? She had no idea what she was doing. You are saying that she had the maturity of an infant?
What I'm saying is an ant nest is not going to discriminate. If you step on toes on any level of perceived government, crooked government, or whoever government, they're going to bite back or fight back if there's something to lose.
But their whole thing is that you guys are supposed to have all the power, and the supposed fake Albion whatever isn't supposed to be able to do anything about it because all your little procedures work. And guess
Correct.
what?
Exactly.
Here's the thing.
And I've yet to see them work ever.
Sharon worked her ass off for the Moorish consulate. She did everything exactly the way
she did everything, but here's the thing.
Prison.
What she didn't do.
What did she not do? Besides think for herself.
At the end of the day, she did not protect herself in the fullest capacity. She operated on emotion. A lot of times,
everything
women
you guys said she's supposed to do,
and men do that.
She did everything you're supposed to do, according to you guys, and she is.
No, you could listen here. Your opinion is not the same as anyone on this line.
It's a fact. It's a documented fact. You can watch her videos. She did everything you guys said. She was the hardest worker you guys had, and you threw her away like garbage.
No one threw her away like garbage.
She's in prison. That's thrown away like garbage. Her family is destroyed. Her husband's in prison. Her kids have lost their parents. Good job.
So you think that's a good thing?
No, I was being sarcastic, dumbass. Good job.
He's being facetious because it's something that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You're right. It could have been avoided. Who told her to even do what she did?
Taj did.
This entire ideology also integrates legal strategy, saying that these documents that you're writing, these legal proclamations, have merit, have power. And she tried them. She did that. They don't work, and she's in prison. But you are going to claim that it's the system that's against her.
If their system has failed, is working for them by incarcerating people who did nothing to them, then eventually it all comes to an end
anyway. She almost blew up her damn neighborhood.
How she almost blew up her neighborhood, huh?
You don't know the story of this?
I've heard what the
because
the
she
news said.
she and her husband decided that as Moorish Americans, they didn't need to pay their utilities, among other things. So the utilities got cut off, and when the police went in there to serve the eviction, they discovered they'd chained together all these car batteries all over the house and power converters, and they had jugs of gasoline that was already feeding back power to the outside line, and it was only a matter of time before the whole house went up. And it was an attached house that shared a wall with another house and would have caught other houses on fire. She could have burned down the whole damn neighborhood.
Could have is not the same thing as
Would
attempting
have.
or
It's
burning
not
down the
it
neighborhood.
wasn't
Oh
a
my
question
God,
of if it would
really?
explode. It was a question of when. It was already feeding back power into the outside line. It was going to explode if they hadn't gone in there.
Well, on this particular line or any other line, the lines is already drawn. Everybody already know what it is.
Yeah, and you're on the side of failure.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to have to see about that.
Oh, we've already seen everyone who ends up in prison.
Look here, the well done got much deeper than you think.
Years ago, Pauline was all about how we're gonna do our Moorish extraction process and gonna extract all these prisoners. No one's been extracted. She was saying all these people are going to be arrested by the provost marshal and taken to Guantanamo. No one's been arrested except Moors. She's going to take all this property. They haven't taken any property.
Last time I checked, there's more than just Moors in jail.
I didn't say there were more than didn't say only Moors. I said out of this situation and following her advice, only Moors have been arrested. They have not been able to arrest anyone else. Pauline said that everyone who was against the Moors was going to be arrested by the provost marshal. That has not happened.
Well, let's be realistic.
I wish
each individual case is different. And you can't just say, okay, well, everybody is against this person or that person and then try to go after everybody at one time. Like if you offend me, you can say what you want to say to me or about me or however how you offend me, but pretty soon I'm going to get closer. You're going to get closer. And then when the rubber meets the road, then justice must take its course eventually. That's just how it works.
Justice has taken its course. Sharon and her husband are in prison. And then, along with plenty of other people who've tried this. And no one has ever succeeded.
Well, at the end of the day, all truth needs no apology, and it's coming out daily.
Right. That's why I'm not going to apologize.
You don't have to. I never asked for an apology from you.
I know. You said I don't need to apologize. I got the truth.
Okay. Well, come time you bring that truth.
I already did.
But truth comes like a soaring light. So come time for
truth comes like a sassy white woman over YouTube in this case.
Well, I tell you what. How about a public debate, just me and you?
You might want to look up what happened in the last move that public.
I don't know. I have no idea. What can I look up what happened to the last person that debated
now? Guess what? You're losing.
Okay, well let's do this publicly, huh?
We are. This is the public.
No, I'm not talking about just where everybody can just hear it. Let's really do this publicly.
We are. This is a public forum.
Meet and greet style.
I don't want to meet you.
I bet you don't.
No.
See, this is the difference between actually dealing with the situation and not dealing with the situation. I'm willing to deal with the situation.
I don't have any situation to deal with.
Okay, so basically, you're trying to crash someone else's campaign is what you're doing.
No. I'm just talking. I'm just sitting here telling the truth, and you have no answer.
Well, you're sitting here telling your opinion.
No, it's not an opinion that Sharon's in prison. She is physically in prison. Her husband is
so she's in prison. That's where she'll be until she's released.
Physically
or not released.
Yeah, she'll be released after she served her sentence. Years away from her children, in prison.
Well,
and for what? So Pauline and Taj can steal some money, and other people can have their egos. It's pathetic.
Steal some money. Who's stealing money, huh?
They're fleecing you out of money for these fake ID cards and all this crap.
Listen here. If whatever perceived government or whoever comes with a real identification, then maybe people wouldn't have that problem. But when you deal with words that are ambiguous and equivocal, that seems to be a problem, even when it comes to hypothecation or whatever, or non-hypothecated. You should have the right to do what you want to do. You have the right to be a fool if you want to be a fool. That's whoever prerogative.
You advantage of that right, yes. But you don't have no one has the right to do anything they want to do. That would be anarchy. We have a society, like it or not.
Well, society isn't always ran the way it's supposed to run. It runs over people. It takes advantage of people in the worst way, and not just that.
It does. And you guys want to take advantage even more.
Okay, and municipalities have done worse.
I'm not saying the law is perfect. No, far from it. But
clean it up.
Solve the problems by
if you want to keep it, you act as if I'm against people who doing their own thing. I'm not against municipalities who are doing their own thing.
Con artists who get people thrown in prison.
If you or whoever claims to know the law or being the law or support the law better be correct in the full circle. It better be correct. If it's not correct, eventually what happens is a process of elimination. People are going to get smarter either way it goes. People are not going to be getting stepped on left and right for 100 years and there not be no repercussions. Let's just be realistic on that. It's not going to happen. Right. People are getting smarter.
Not all of them, apparently.
Okay, well, eventually, if you keep on trying to smash over the people that didn't know no damn better at the time, what you think was going to happen, huh?
I'm not smashing the people, and Pauline and Taj and all those people are not helping people not get smashed. They're getting people more smashed. Sharon had a job and a family and a house, and if she had never run into moopery, she'd still have all that. She'd be living her life.
But before you just said she got evicted or somebody got evicted early. That's what you said.
They decided they didn't need to pay their mortgage.
So if she got evicted, that means wherever she lived, she didn't own. So if she
had a mortgage on it that she decided not to pay. She could have owned it, but she decided not to.
Well, that would be on her behalf that she had going on. Her husband and her, they made decisions. I couldn't even tell you exactly where they stayed, so I don't know.
Well, they made bad decisions based on bad advice from a cult that exists to scam.
Well, you can't spell culture without saying cult, brother.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, you can say what you want to spell culture then. Get rid of the cult and then just keep the church and see where that puts you.
What's that got to do with anything?
You try to assassinate the word
without
culture by using the word cult.
No,
so
it's a cult. The Moorish American consulate fits the definition of a cult.
Well, I would say a lot of societies fit the definition of a cult.
That might be true.
Cult is cult.
And they're bad news.
Well, that would be an opinion situation. Depends on how you look at it.
What happens to everyone who pursues this?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe you think being in jail is good and fun. That's up to you. You can do that.
Being in jail is no good and it's no fun for no one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not an opinion then, is it?
No.
All right. Thank you for agreeing.
There's not a good thing for no one to be in jail.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Me and my Albion hybrid, whatever the hell you want to call me, I actually care more about these people than Sharon and Pauline and Taj and all the other grifters do, because I'd like to see them not be in jail.
When you don't own your property,
you got to buy it then. You get a mortgage, and then that works towards owning it. And if she kept paying it off, she would own it. But now she doesn't.
What we talked about earlier, those are choices. A lot of times, I would even playing the devil's advocate, so to speak. Anybody would try something to get the pressure off their ass at the time, I guess.
Well, she ended up putting a lot of more pressure on herself. Thanks to these people.
Eventually, it won't be there forever.
Mac won't be there forever. That's true. They'll scam as many people as they can and then go away and come up with some new grift.
No, Mac is going to be there forever.
No, it's not.
It's going to be there forever. The other things that are already in place, and until regular society or what you would consider society do the right thing, everybody else is going to do their own thing.
The right thing is not turning the government over to a bunch of racist grifters.
Well, here's the thing. When you go to Sam's Club and you get a Sam's Club membership, and then you go to another Costco's and you get a Costco's membership, those are two different memberships.
Like Pauline has a Costco membership.
You know what neither of Costco or Sam's Club is? a government.
Look, I'm just using an analogy. So if you're trying to say that there's just one government, then that means you're playing games again. And it doesn't matter.
In the United States, there's a federal government, state government, local government. You know what there is not? A Moorish government.
Why? Because that's in the United States. And if the United States is considered British of the District of Columbia, stop playing. Stop playing.
The United States is the lower 48 states, Alaska, Hawaii, and the territories. And
Hawaii was no longer, I don't assume it's no longer.
The claim that the United States is only the District of Columbia, guess what? That was originally made up by white supremacists, just like most of your nonsense that Taj just took and fiddled with it a bit to repurpose it for black supremacy.
Well, see for yourself. It's not.
I have seen. I know.
It's
look up the
United States is the District of Columbia.
Look up the Posse Comitatus. That was a white supremacist organization that made up all this crap in the 60s and 70s.
Well, if the people are using that shit and operating off that shit, then how foolish are they?
Well, apparently you're very foolish because you're operating off that shit.
I'm not operating off anything.
That's where all the Moop stuff come from. Taj is not original. He just takes other people's conspiracy theories.
Well, here's the thing.
And fiddles with it.
You want to see whether it's conspiracy theory? Go down deeper with it and see for yourself.
What the hell does that even mean?
What does it really mean?
I already know.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
Weird.
You jump down the rabbit hole.
Been a hobby of mine.
And bust the myth yourself.
No, I have. I'm not busted. I'm fine. I'm not the one in prison. I'm not the one getting evicted. I'm not the one losing custody of children. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
No.
They have no shame. That's the problem. They have absolutely no shame.
Well, to be fair, we don't know for sure if this guy's one of the grifters or if he's another dupe.
Dude.
Well, it's that guy that was on a long time ago because he's the one that said he keeps saying the same thing over and over. That little phrase, "Looky here" or something like that.
Yeah, but people can get desperate to believe something.
No, y'all just. My thing of it is if you don't think that she's a threat, why would you even play on her call like that? Would y'all need the views or something?
I just think it's funny myself. I mean, I feel sorry for the people taking it in, but
so you think it's funny?
It's
very funny.
It's good entertainment.
There are whole internet channels devoted to just showing this stuff and how funny it is, and for everyone to laugh at.
Okay. It's free entertainment. So a group of people that think they're going to take over the world, that think everything.
I feel sorry for the kids of the people who
exactly.
These people wouldn't get drawn into this if they weren't kind of racist to begin with. So.
Well, that kind of sucks.
For you, it does.
It does.
So you think they're racist?
They want to create a racial caste system? Yeah, that's fucking racist. White supremacy is racist, and so is black supremacy. Fuck it all. It's all a social construct anyway.
Okay, so the man.
Pauline sounds like she's following Hitler. I mean, Pauline kind of wants to do she wants to clean it.
Okay, so
she wants to move all the white people to another country.
When I listen to that and I hear, like the other night, I think it was even though I know you joke about it when you say El Camino Bay, right?
That's not me.
Well, whoever's on the show at the time. They joke in the same token call a woman, regardless of her nationality or color, you call her a bitch. What is that saying about the individual that's calling her a bitch?
Dude,
as if they don't have a mind.
Troglodytes and hybrids and claim they're not even human. You have no ground to complain about anyone else calling anyone anything.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, yeah. Okay. On that aspect, I can
and it's
agree.
In fact, that's because you're making group judgments. We're just judging Pauline a bitch as an individual. I talk about moops. I'm talking about specifically people who adhere to a specific ideology. I would never characterize all people of color that way. The vast majority of people of color are too smart and sensible to be stuck into this nonsense.
Pauline is a cult leader, and to me, that's a bitch.
Okay, in that aspect.
Don't you think that that's a cult?
Because she said what's the troglodyte or some shit?
She said what?
Because she said troglodyte or because people got in trouble.
Lots of people do it. Well, for many reasons. There's many reasons. She's trying to reorient everyone's thinking. She's trying to change people's language. Saying you can't trust anyone else, just my little group.
Well, yeah, and she thinks that by decapitalizing everything, that changes the meaning of everything. That she can add on letters and changes the meaning of a word. It doesn't work that way.
All right, from the little bit of time that I dabbed into hypothecation and government style manual and all this. This is how they've been ruling people. So if I'm winning by voting for you and everything that I got is going on under your administration, fine. But if I'm losing, I'm going to say to hell with your administration eventually. I'm going to ice out the middleman.
Well, then you can either work to change it the right way, or you can leave, or you can just deal with it.
Well, man got to work by the sweat of his brow. You know, you got to earn your own keep. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, moves don't want to work. That's one thing that's wrong with it.
Do you think that by decapitalizing, taking a document and decapitalizing, taking all the capital letters out of a document, that changes what it says or the meaning of it? Do you truly believe?
Okay, what you're going to have to do is go to the government style manual.
I don't need to go anywhere. That's what
you Google government style manual, and when you read it, you'll find out it's a jurisdiction issue. That's all.
No. Jurisdiction is very simple. If you're within the territory, you're in the jurisdiction.
Right.
Unless you have a recognized diplomatic passport, which none of you have.
People have been getting fucked up too long. That's all. Until everybody clean it up, it's going to get worse. And I would even say both parties. How about that?
I agree wholeheartedly that American society is racist and does not give people of color a fair shake. But this cult scamming poor people out of their money doesn't make it better. It makes
that doesn't make it better. You're scamming poor people out of their money. I agree.
And that's what Pauline's doing.
American consulate is. It is a grift.
Yes.
That's all Taj Tariq Bey is about. That's all Pauline is about. They are about the grift. They want that money.
They want that money. Well, I don't think nobody's saying no money right now.
They still want it.
They want everything for free. They think that everything belongs to them and they deserve it. That's an entitlement.
That's what they're teaching people. They don't believe it themselves.
Doesn't everybody enjoy the earth? It just only when another man tries to.
But you're not entitled to free shit. You're not entitled to everything for free. You got to work for it.
Where'd they get all this
If I bartered from you, if you gave me 12 eggs and I gave you $5 for the 12 eggs, we're bartering. But the moment you come and try to take my shit and I'm thinking I own it, and you kind of trick me with whether it be through words or some adhesion contract, I'm going to have a problem with you eventually.
No one's taking your shit. You don't have any shit to take.
Well, I have. You're actually talking to someone who have plenty of shit.
What? Do even you know what you're talking about, really, at the end of the day?
You're just going to talk about it behind your back but not say it in your face?
I'm trying to.
What did they work for? They came over and took everything from everyone.
Okay, so
the Indians were here before you guys.
I didn't take anything from anybody. Now, centuries ago, European colonists came and took shit, and that's unfortunate, but it happened. And they took your ancestors, and brought them over here too. So, if you want to be indigenous, you got to go across that ocean I was talking about earlier.
No, sir. Now I know that you are definitely.
And then can you name 10 Moors that were here before your prophet Noble Drew Ali?
You gotta go across the water to be indigenous. So they're trying to take the land over here.
Trying to take everything.
I'm not taking any land.
Did you hear El Camino Bay's question?
What was it?
He wants you to name 10 Moors. How did you word that, El Camino Bay?
Yes. Well, El Camino Bay is
And as always, when they can't answer a question, it goes one of two ways. One is they hightail it out of there with their tail between their legs, just like they did in this particular stream. And the second way is what's called the straw man fallacy, where they start punching at things like whataboutisms, or they try to change the subject. Liz is a bit too smart for that, so he decided it was time to go. This is not abnormal and usually what you see in these types of debates. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed and just wanted to give you a taste of what's going on outside of the Virgo Triad channel. Once again, please take a look at Swindle Hoodwink's channel. I think you'll find it informative and definitely entertaining. Everybody have a great day.